Welcome to the What's Happening Birmingham video podcast.
Hello, everyone. This is Jarvis Scott with What's Happening Birmingham. Today, I'm back again. Great familiar face. I like to call him a good friend, Lord Watson. Lord, how you doing today?
Doing well. How about yourself?
Great. Of course, you know he's with Penny Foundation. Actually, he's on here today because this month is Black Business Month and Black Philanthropy Month. So we want to talk about all the great things that his organization is doing to commemorate and also talk about this month. So, you ready, Lord?
I'm ready.
All right, let's dive in. The first thing up, and I think a lot of business owners are gonna love this, is the Forward Fund 2022 grant cycle starts today.
Yeah. So I guess let me begin by saying happy August to you, right? The year's flown by and here we are at August again.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we look at Black Philanthropy Month, which is an international celebration of all the various ways that people have celebrated and uplifted philanthropy, people from the diaspora. We are honored to be a part of that heritage and that celebration. And then here nationally, let's talk about Black Business Month. That's one of the things that we also want to lift up, particularly here in Birmingham, and all the great work we're doing here. And so we call it the intersection. And so that's why we try to brand and frame this whole month as intersection. This intersection between philanthropy and business, and that's where the Penny Foundation kind of sits at the crossroads.
Okay, so let's first talk about the Future Forward grant cycle. Starts today, correct?
Starts today. So the Future Forward grant cycle, it is our biannual grant cycle. We do one in February, we do one in August. And so businesses, micro businesses, creatives, gig workers, what have you, have a chance to apply for grants. And so this year, or this cycle, we'll be giving away 10 $1,000 grants for a total of $10,000. One of the things I always get asked about is, can nonprofits apply? So when you start to compare nonprofits and for-profits for grants, it's kind of hard to do. It's kind of comparing apples and oranges. And so this particular grant cycle is for small businesses. Just know that I'm consistently and looking for opportunities to raise funds so we can do a grant cycle for nonprofits as well.
Okay, so during this time, like as far as the voting, they can vote multiple times for businesses each day, correct?
Yeah, so the grant cycle will run from, or the application process will run from August the 1st to August the 15th. And after August the 15th, it'll close. And then we will turn on really a voter participation page. Mm-hmm. And so the reason why we want to do that is, we want people to see the various businesses that have applied. And so it's another way of promoting and getting their business out there. Two, it's a way for people to kind of identify and look and to see more. But when you vote on your favorite business. And then what happens is we get to the end, there might be a tie, there might be, who knows what happens. And so it gives us a chance to look, it gives us a chance to see, how much support these different businesses have. And so it does weigh into the selection process, but the criteria is really around the business, the idea, the concept, the location, and the impact.
Okay. And I'll be remiss not to mention you're doing this in partnership with Verizon, correct?
Correct. Verizon's been a great partner. I think we started this grant cycle. We're in our fourth cycle, and so they've been great partners as we've been working to support not just Black businesses, but small Black businesses and businesses that gig workers and creatives and the like.
Yeah, I think a lot of times I like to call also we're like the solo entrepreneurs. I feel like sometimes we are like the forgotten group because since we don't typically employ people, it just seems like an army of one or a business of one, that at the same pace we do kind of employ other people, because typically if you're a gig worker, you probably relying upon other people's services as well. That's also gig workers sometimes.
Yeah, it's part of the ecosystem. And so, you can't talk about supporting Black businesses without actually talking about supporting the entire ecosystem. I mean, so we realize that the impact that we make with the dollars that we have is supporting people who are supporting the ecosystem so that we can all become stronger.
Okay, so what's the website again if they want to go to and they want to, sign up today to get into the pool?
So you can go to website pennyfoundation.org/future forward, or you can go to pennyfoundation.org and under programs, you will see the tab for the Future Forward Grant Fund.
Okay, so next we got the event you got on the 11th, which is the Black Philanthropy is Black Business. I love that thing. So tell us about that event real quick.
Yeah, so it's a group of us called the Power Collective, and we have been doing these webinars. I think this is our 3rd year, and what the group comprises of is there are 3 community foundations in the nation that were started by Black people and are ran by Black people. And so the Penny Foundation, in partnership with the Poise Foundation in Pittsburgh and the Prosperity Foundation in New Haven, Connecticut, every year we put on a webinar called The Power of the Collective. And so this year, the theme is Black Philanthropy is Black Business. And we like that because, you can't really have one without the other when you're talking about supporting the Black community. And so we want to talk about what is the role of Black businesses in support of philanthropic activities and efforts in the Black community, while at the same time talking about, what does excellence look like in Black business? Because what we realize is that if we can raise the bar and raise the tides of everyone, right, then it's better for our communities, it's better for our city, our county, state, and ultimately our nation.
Okay, and this is an online event, correct?
It is. It's a virtual event. The event starts at I think it's 11 o'clock Central Standard Time, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Herschel Hamilton will be representing the Penny Foundation on this panel and talking about the business work that he does, but also the philanthropic endeavors that he's also engaged in and how it all plays together in his ultimate vision of wanting to support and strengthen the Black community.
Okay, and last but not least, I love this final event as well, the Equity Summit on August 13th, the role of the Black church and the economics in the community.
Yeah.
That's at Miles College.
Yep.
Person. So tell me about that one.
Yeah, so Josh, we've known each other for a while. I'm a preacher as well, a preacher by training. And so one of the things when I was in seminary that really stuck out to me, and I became really interested in, is this intersection between the Black church and economics in the Black community. And so this is the first opportunity that we're really having to explore that. And so the Equity Summit is just that. And so what is the role of the Black church in the economic development of the Black community? What have we done historically in the past to help communities grow? What is it that churches are doing now? And then what opportunities are available in the future and the supports that are there to help them? We have a great and eclectic panel of preachers and pastors and ministers, as well as those who work in the economic development space. And so we're doing this in partnership with Dr. Olivia Cook and the Center for Economic and Social Justice there at Miles College. It's going to take place in the George T. French Theater. So seating capacity in the theater is limited, and so but we're also going to stream it live. We got panelists such as Devin Crawford. So he's coming back home from Harvard to join this conversation. Joseph Dees with Jefferson County, Ivan Holloway with Urban Impact, Antonio Martinez Revelle with the Martinez Group. We got Bishop Van Moody who's going to participate. Clifford Jones, pastor of Greater Peace Missionary Baptist Church, is going to participate. Bishop Nolan Talbert is going to be there. Nigel Roberts, Deputy Director with Jefferson County Department of Community Service and Workforce Development, and Eva Melton. So we have who's a pastor of the Firm Foundation Church, and so we have a great panel, a great list of speakers and panelists and thought leaders, and so we're excited. We're excited to have a chance to host this there at Miles College.
And then, kind of think about it, the Black church is probably the most successful business in the Black community because, it's the most dependable business, I guess if you think about that in some terms, that's always open no matter what.
Yeah, so that's one of those pieces, right? So we talk about the church, and oftentimes we don't want to talk about it in terms of the business side of it, but churches produce money. If you think about on the Sunday, all the offerings that are being taken up, even just the churches in Birmingham, that's well over $1 million flowing through the community at one time on one day. And so the thing is that how do we capture those resources and reimagine what can we do, giving churches a chance to continue to support and to grow and to move, but also working and networking together about how you disperse those resources in communities and tools that can be helpful to that. So I just believe that, when you see any movement of Black people in the nation, the Black church has been right there. So when I see like banking institutions, so with the Penny Foundation, with the Penny Savings Bank, starting in 1890, it was either the second or the third, depending on who you ask, Black bank that was started by Black people. And so it's interesting when you start to read the history and see how it worked. It was pastors networking with other pastors who ended up starting these penny saving bank from DC to Birmingham to throughout North Carolina and through the Southeast, right? And so it's a network of churches that was doing this work. And oftentimes that work doesn't get uplifted. And so when we have comments and thoughts around what the Black church isn't doing, we have to also think through, one, the Black church isn't just an entity itself. It's made up of people, and two, what has it done in the past, and then what can it do in the future? Okay,
and last but not least, I just went on your Facebook page. You're having the intersection luncheon on August 31st at the Birmingham Botanical Gardens. So it's kind of like the last day of the month. To kind of, I guess, call it the finale.
That's the finale. We hope I'm praying to get there. We might be tired, but we gonna get there.
Now, will the winners be announced for the Future Forward on the 31st?
We will announce the winners for the Future Forward Fund on the 31st.
Okay, that's super neat. That's super neat. Before we go, if people have been sleeping on the rock, and never watched the previous podcast we did with each other, can you kind of tell people what is the Penny Foundation and how long you've been active here in Birmingham?
Yeah. So the Penny Foundation is community chest. We are based out of Birmingham, Alabama. We are built on the model of a community foundation. We are one of three community foundations in the nation that was started by Black people and ran by Black people. And our ultimate goal is to eliminate economic inequality in the Black community. Now, I don't mean to exclude people, right? I don't mean to exclude anyone. I'll help anybody, but I want people to really understand, who we're focused on helping. And I want people to know that we're really working, trying to get to be excellent at doing it. And so, we do this. We believe that we can accomplish this by organizing people, resources, and entities in the areas of economic development, community development, and education. And so we help people take ideas, that they might want to see happen in their community. We want to be a part of helping to see them take root and grow and thrive.
And another thing about it too, just thinking as you explain that, and it's something especially for the viewers, I want viewers to think about this too, is that when you support Black businesses, you support Black jobs. And the more you support Black businesses, the more that these Black businesses can employ more possibly Black people in our community, which is no different than any other community. But the more, I guess if anything, I want people to kind of take out of this is that, everything we need in our community and need to fix is possible with us if we support each other, which is kind of like the first step, like you said, support each other with moral support, but most at the end of the day, support each other financially.
Yeah.
So I just thought about that while you was talking about that, but I just think that's important. I just want to kind of tell the viewers. Any other final thoughts you want to add about this month? I know we're taping this on August the 1st, but anything you want people to look for as go through the month with this? Yeah,
I think that I want people to know and recognize that, when we started down this path, it's been 5 years. So it's been 5 years since we've been at it. And so we're starting to gain more traction. People are starting to pay more attention. And I'm glad to see that I'm starting to see more results. I'm seeing businesses that we have made grants to in the first round now doing better and doing well. And so that's always exciting. Just know that, similar to what you said, right? Our motto at the foundation is that we take those pennies and put those pennies together and turn those pennies into power.
Yeah. And eventually, like you said, those pennies turns to dollars, and more you have, it's always important. So if they want to go, what's that website they need to go to?
www.pennyfoundation.org.
Okay. Well, Lord, you can go on for, forever talking about the great things you all do in the community. I want to thank you for all the stuff you're doing, not only, for this month, but throughout the other, 11 months of the year or 10 months of the year when the Future Forward is not going on. You're always active in the community. Your organization's always active in the community. So, I want to thank you for all the hard work, because I see your work. It's in action. It's visible. People can see, for itself. So you all please, check out all the Penny Foundation events coming up this month. Also, support Black business this month. So since it's actually Black Business Month. So thank you all for watching this podcast. Please check out what's happening Birmingham.com for more interviews. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and check out the audio version of this on Apple Podcasts. Thank you all again and have a great day. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Thank you for watching the What's Happening Birmingham video podcast. Please check out our website, app, or subscribe to our YouTube channel for the latest videos today.